Welcome back to Late Night with the Davey. Look at that. I thought I was all ready to go, guys. Holy cow. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Oh, Davey Death Ray here. I hope you guys are having a great week and an awesome Wednesday. Thank you so much for hanging out with me a second time, and even more appreciation because you guys have been waiting for a little bit. I had to get in my workout. I had to do that. And I had to eat a little food and then get all pretty for you guys. You see how pretty I am? Do you see how much effort I put in for all of you folks out there? I hope that you do. And yeah, guys, this is going to be super damn fun. Not only are we going to watch Jason Lives because you guys voted on it, but we're doing this watch party thing because you guys met a super chat goal. So that's pretty awesome. I'm going to say what's up to everybody here in the house. And you know what? It kind of worked out to go a little bit later because I saw that Dave McRae and Tony Michael were live for Two Dudes and Some Bullshit, which is such a fun show. Those guys don't get to go live together enough. And, you know, even though I guess I have to have a word with Dave, because Wednesdays I'm kind of the one that started that. No, I'm just joking. But it all worked out. And hopefully some of you guys got to enjoy the Two Dudes and Some Bullshit. I would imagine if they haven't wrapped up yet, then it's probably going to be pretty soon. So really appreciate you guys kicking it here. Make sure you click that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Drop your thoughts on Jason Lives down in the comments if you are so inclined. And yeah, I'm going to have a sip of water and say what's up to everyone. I am quite parched. Holy cow, Brett signed up to be a member all over again. Thank you so much, Brett. Really appreciate you. We got Chester Franklin Jr. in the house. We've got our great channel member, Antonis Andriotis. What's happening, Antonis? Look at that. Matt Facci from Facci Cinema in the house. One of our great Death Squad mods. And guys, if you missed out on last night's stream over on Facci Cinema, you should check that out. Brett Man from Good Real Hunting, myself and Matt broke down the good, the bad, and the judgment on Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. We've got our guy Todd, one of our great channel members in the house, says, evening all. Not the biggest fan of Jason Lives, but it should be fun. Maybe you'll discover something about it that makes you like it just even a little bit more. That's what I always hope. I was originally, when I got into these movies, you know, The New Blood was my favorite when I saw them all on TV, and then as I became an adult and watched them all like on DVD, the final chapter was my favorite. I really loved Part 2 quite a bit as well. And then the more and more I watched these movies, the more I was like, dude, Jason Lives is so much fun. I have a blast with it. I love Tom Matthews' performance, so yeah, I'm a sucker for it now. What's happening? Brad Underwood says, good evening, everyone, keeping me entertained while I'm on the road again. All right, hopefully I didn't take you or make you wait too long there, Brad. Hopefully you are still tuning in. What's happening, Blu-ray Addict? Welcome on in. We got Ashton Luck. Hey, howdy, hey, right back at you, Ashton. You know, there are some folks like Ashton and myself. We've always got like kind of the same thing that we say when we jump into a chat. I kind of like having that signature. I'm guessing that's what that is for you, Ashton. I always do like, hey, hey, everyone. I don't know what it is. Childish? Sure. Dumb? Maybe. Totally me? Yes, absolutely. We got Avery in the chat as well. He's back, the man behind the crack, and he's eating that hole. He's back. That's great, Avery. Love it. Doing well. Yes, some folks have a very odd idea of entertainment. Avery says Jason Lives is by no means a terrible picture. However, it's a departure in that compared to the previous installments, it's cinematic. You don't get to put yourself in the same way. Yeah, I think it is pretty dramatically different for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Chester voted for this one. Hell yeah. We got our guy Jordan Decker, one of our great channel members, says not my favorite in the franchise, but I'll still watch along with y'all. And guys, Jordan has a channel called Horror on Tap. If one of the mods can share the link, that would be amazing. I would appreciate it. Avery's got a question for everyone. That's awesome. I love that you guys are chatting amongst yourselves. We've got Jamie Hart, our original Death Squad mod and channel member. How are you doing, Jamie? So good to see you. Guys, Jamie and I, along with Destiny Faulkner, are going to do, gosh, I guess it's going to be a series, right, Jamie? Just a series of discussions about Twin Peaks. Jamie and Des are both giant fans of the show and movies and subsequent legacy season. And I'm just going through it for the very first time. So I'm in the first third of season 2, and it's season 2 is rocking and rolling. So I think we're going to talk about them one season at a time. So we're still figuring that all out, but keep an eye out for more Jamie Hart here on the Davey Death Ray channel. We got our guy Prince in the house. Second stream. Thank God I made it. There you go. Hell yeah, Prince. Thank you so much for joining on in with us. Very cool. They just wrapped up. All right. Michelle, welcome on in. Everybody make Michelle feel very welcome. You are kicking it with the Death Squad. Are you a fan of Jason Lives? Is that what brought you here? I'm just curious to know. But you're very, very welcome to kick it with us. And I hope you have a fun time while you're here. We're very sweet people, regardless of what Twitter might say. We got Tom Ungarian in the chat. What's happening, Tom? So great to see ya. Jay Beach is in the house. We got our Patreon member and YouTube channel member, Dean Renner, in here as well. How are you doing, Dean? So good to see ya. And let's see what else we got going on here. Antonis said, I finally watched my most anticipated 2025 movie last night on digital, Final Destination Bloodlines. Have you seen it? Yes. Yes. Antonis, I watched Bloodlines and did a review on the Horror Show channel. So you're not going to see the review here on the Davey Death Ray page. I did it. If look up the Horror Show channel. I put together a review with Cecil because we got to see the movie about a week and a half early. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I would say a solid 3.5 out of 5 for me. And one of the best in the franchise. Yeah, for sure. All right. Slasher Fred says, I think what makes Jason Live so very fascinating is that unlike the previous, which were teen slasher, this is more of a monster movie. It sure is. Yeah. Michael Poor is in the house, says the final chapter is my favorite, but this is third behind part 2. That's a solid top 3, Michael. I have the very same top 3, but for me, it goes Jason Lives, final chapter, then part 2. But that is very, very solid, my man. This is awesome to see some new people in here. There you go. Michelle says this is her favorite Friday the 13th. Well, hell yeah. We won't take you, or we won't make you guys wait too long. At least I'm going to try. Let me see if I can... let's see here. I thought I had the stopwatch showing a little bit better. There we go. I like that. All right. Brad saw Jason Lives in the theater when he was 19. Oh, that is way too cool, man. I am jealous of you for sure. Appreciate that, Avery. Thank you so much. You got it, Jordan, of course. So happy that you are happy, Michelle. Yeah, for all you new folks, feel free to hit the subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything. If you end up hating me after a little bit, I totally get it. I've subscribed to channels and then unsubscribed. No harm, no foul. All I'm saying is give me a chance. We do a lot of fun live stuff here. I've been putting out a lot more shorts lately because I've been going to see a lot of movies. And I've also been doing like more movie reviews and movie news coverage as well. So if you like all that kind of stuff, Michelle, then I think you're going to have a fun time here. If you're a Jason Lives fan, then you're going to want to check out that final chapter versus Jason Lives live that we put together. And I even cut down just the actual meat of the discussion. So all sorts of fun stuff here for you. We got Ty Lee in the house. Says, I think part 2, New Blood and Jason Lives are my top 3. Solid. Pretty damn solid. All right. We got Tyler Adams in the house. And you know what, Tyler? Hey! Right back at you. Hope you're doing well. All right. It looks like I've said hello to everyone. Guys, we have 21 people in here. That is awesome. Whoa, 24 people. You guys are amazing. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to become a channel member, just 99 cents a month gets you that. And guys, we've got all sorts of fun merch and stuff too. There's links in the description below. I'm going to be watching the movie on YouTube. You know what? Because of the way that my setup is right now, it's just not ideal for trying to run, trying to like watch my TV while I'd have to turn everything around. It's just, I don't know, Trust me, it's a pain in the butt. I'm going to be watching on YouTube. I will share that link here in the chat if you guys want to watch on YouTube along with me. It's all over the place. I don't think it's streaming anywhere, you know, for free or as part of a subscription anymore. But if you have a physical copy, that is awesome. If you do not have a physical copy, then yeah, you can rent it on YouTube. Or I just bought a copy on YouTube because I'm like, F it. I'm probably going to watch this movie a whole hell of a lot. And it was only $1 more to purchase the digital copy. So now I have a digital copy and a physical copy. I meant to grab my physical copy out. I did not, though. But I do have my really cool crocheted stuffy that my friend Sandy made me. And man, this thing is awesome. It's got some body to it. And she, look at this. She even knew that Jason Lives was my favorite because it's very, I mean, I guess he doesn't have the gloves on. Very akin to that look. A little bit of the final chapter look as well with like kind of the green coat and everything. So that's super cool. I'm going to be drinking some fizzy water here, some strawberry lemonade fizzy water. And I also got myself some beers. I couldn't get real friends to join me on the stream tonight. I contacted like seriously about a half a dozen people. Didn't get any bites on that hook. But I have some beer friends. So no real friends, but some beer friends. So if you're enjoying an adult beverage, let me know in the chat. Or if you're watching after the fact and you're enjoying an adult beverage, then let me know in the comments. All right. Are you guys pumped or what? Are you guys psyched? Are you ready? You know, I don't want to make a big stink about it. Actually, I do want to make a big stink out of it. There's that link. Guys, when we did now I may be spoiling something for Michelle, but when we put together our final chapter versus Jason Lives, this movie is the undisputed world heavyweight champion of Friday the 13th. The biggest debate going on in America right now. I don't know if you saw everything that was going on in the news this last weekend. Guys, that is because the final chapter fans are very, very upset. They didn't get what they wanted. Us Jason Lives fans, you know, we stayed home and just enjoyed the holiday. But just a weekend of unrest. It's sad. It's sad to see. We got Gory Tiger in the chat. What's happening, Gory? So great to see ya. Let's see who else. We got Jeremy Does Stuff 18 in the chat. What's happening, Jeremy Does Stuff? I think this is your first time hanging out here. Everyone make Jeremy feel very welcome. You are kicking it with the Death Squad. I hope you have a fun time, man. I'm curious to know, for all you new folks, how you found your way here. I like to know. It's very interesting to me. Are you a Jason Lives fan? Can you just not get enough of Friday the 13th? Some of you are probably like, why are you doing this? Is the Wednesday after, dude. What the hell are you doing? But yeah, we will watch it with a low volume, Dynamite. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. It's crazy, Dean. The country has gone mad, dude. It's gone mad. We got Mr. Random says, sup, man, first time in the stream. Welcome on in, Mr. Random. Really pumped to see you, man. This is so cool having a bunch of new people show up. All you Death Squad long timers, make the new folks feel very welcomed and be cool. Just popped up on the feed. I love it, man. I love it. Okay. If you guys are ready to get the movie rolling, we can go ahead and get the movie rolling. If some of you new people want to pick my brain and ask me a couple questions before we get going, you know, I'm here for you guys. I've been doing YouTube for almost 2 years. You know, for me, it's about I love the exercise of just going out there and doing something creative. I've been an audience member for a really, really long time, especially in the horror YouTube sphere. And I wanted to get to know everyone in the community a little bit better and have them get to know me a little bit better as well. So for me, doing the channel is like a huge mental health boost. I used to play music forever. I played punk rock for years and years. That was most of my young, teen years of my young adult life. And when that sort of pittered out as people, got married and had families and moved on to, real careers and stuff like that, I just had this void and I needed to find something creative to do. And I am a huge movie nerd. Music is my number one love, but I adore film. I love talking about this stuff. I'm just a kind of a nerd in general about whatever I like. So I am pumped that you guys are jumping on in. We have a really special community here. this channel would be nothing without the people that you're hanging out with in the chat. So you guys can become a part of that, and we can all be better for it. That is awesome. And if it's not for you, then no harm, no foul. But we could at least watch Jason Lives. At least go on one date with me. Come on, guys. Antonis, I saw you ask me a question. Let me bring this one up here. One of our channel members, Antonis, asked, Davey, since Jaws is your favorite movie, are you going to buy the 50th anniversary steelbook? I would like to purchase that at some point, Antonis. I tried to get a copy, wasn't able to get one that wasn't like a resale for like $50. I don't feel the need to get a resale copy of Jaws on steelbook. I've owned like probably 10 different versions of that film throughout my life. And I have a steelbook that came out maybe just a couple years ago. I don't know if it's a brand new transfer because I have like the 4K steelbook with the Blu-ray. But I do want a hard copy of all those special features because there's that new documentary. However, our guy, Dean Renner, one of our amazing Patreon members and YouTube channel members, sent me his digital code because he picked up that steelbook, Antonis. And so I popped in the digital code and voila, all the special features are there. I'm going to be, all the special features are there. I'm so excited. And I'll be able to watch that new documentary and check out all that awesome footage. So I'm looking forward to giving that a view before jumping into on the Backtrack Cinema on Friday. So yeah, guys, more housekeeping. Friday night, 9 p.m., Backtrack Cinema. I'm going to be on there with Jason. We're going to review and discuss Jaws on its 50th anniversary and Jaws 2, which just celebrated 47 years like 2 or 3 days ago. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to have some member stuff coming up for you guys on Friday. Tomorrow, I am going to see 28 Years Later at noon, Arizona time, and then I'm going to be putting together my review and editing that and dropping it tomorrow night. Later on tonight or tomorrow morning, I've got a video dropping for you guys as well because the Crow fan film Days of Sodom by Wet Paint Pictures just put out their official trailer the other day, and they reached out and were like, hey man, we would love for you to give this thing a reaction if you're willing to. And I've covered some of their stuff before. I backed the campaign, by purchasing a Blu-ray, so I'm not like a big part of that investment or anything, but I like the direction they're going. So a reaction to their latest trailer is going to be dropping here sometime soon for you guys as well. So that sort of takes care of most of the housekeeping, I would say. Oh, sweet. So Avery is your son. Wow, we have 2 generations in the house right now. That is awesome. Corey from Wilkie's Movies and Music. What's happening, Corey? One of our great channel members. He's got an awesome channel as well. Check him out if you're so inclined. Corey is he's a talker as well. Very sweet to the community. Awesome live streams to hop on. Pumped right now. Hell yeah. This is the one, Mr. Random. Jason Lives is my favorite. For a while it was the final chapter, but about 15 years ago or so, I had a change of heart, fell in love with Jason Lives in a big way. Todd says, I have a confession. When the remake came out in 2009, I was on a kick where I refused to watch remakes. So I've never seen it. Should I? Oh, Todd. I really love the Friday the 13th remake from 2009. I think it's damn solid. I saw it in the theater, directed by Marcus Nispel, who also did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake from 2003, which I really enjoy as well. And the 2009 remake is not a perfect film by any means. The people that criticize it by saying there's like annoying hot characters getting killed by Jason Voorhees, they're not wrong. But also, that's what a lot of these movies are. I mean, let's just be honest. I think the 2009 remake could have been better with some better music and stuff like that, but it's really damn good. Watch the Killer Cut. It has one of the best openings in horror movie history. Seriously. Wayne Gotke is in the house, says Jason Lives really had some smart marketing with MTV promoting it, coupled with Alice Cooper's single, The Man Behind the Mask. Oh yeah, Jason had a music video, guys. It's amazing. Lamontre Gillard's in the house. What's happening, Lamontre? And everyone is begging Todd to watch it. Love that. We got Cody Decker in the house. What's happening? Love the cover art of the new Jaws Steelbook. I dig it too. How about that poster back there? Do you guys see that poster above my head? That's a custom Jaws poster. Pretty cool. I know, I'm ducking down like a real creep right now. There you go, getting that steelbook tomorrow. Hell yeah. Awesome, Michelle. I am excited that you are excited. Yes, the 09 remake is stupendous. Okay, cool. We are all caught up on the chat. I've made you guys wait long enough. It's been 21 minutes. I think it's okay for us to start the movie now. Are you guys pumped? Are you guys ready? Let me know in the chat if you're watching along. If you're watching after the fact, thank you so much for tuning into the replay. Let me know if you're also watching along. Just in case you missed it, guys, there's a little timer up there, the little time code. So, if you get up, if you lose your place, your internet gets all wackadoodle, whatever the heck, you can always jump right back in with us by finding the little, why can't I think of the name? Timestamp right up there. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get this rolling. I have the stop clock at 5 seconds. So what I'm going to do is we'll count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll say go. When I say go, I'm going to push play. Then at 5 seconds on the movie, I'm going to restart the stopwatch. So, all right, if you guys are ready to get this going, I will cut the music. Awkward, huh? Maybe I'll bring you guys in a little bit closer to me. You guys, come on. You guys are so far away. Come on. Yeah, don't be shy. Yeah, there we go. Like Cat Stevens says, guys, don't be shy. Just let your feelings roll on by. Okay. All right. Are you guys ready? Here we go. We are going to start the movie in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. There we go. We are all set. The movie is rolling. I'm going to put on those captions, make sure it's not too loud for me. Still want to be able to hear myself so I don't start yelling at you. A Terror Inc. production. The same sort of musical sting it's very similar to like Back to the Future. Isn't it very like there's a little bit of that Back to the Future kind of feel. I like that. I think Back to the Future is friggin' great. And I love that Harry Manfredini brings in that little bit of a nursery rhyme kind of thing here. The din 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 din. Very, kind of reminiscent of the A Nightmare on Elm Street theme, with that minor key version, of a nursery rhyme. This is all true, Slasher Fred. Yeah, right after doing Return of the Living Dead in 85, Tom Matthews popped on in here. And we got our guy from Welcome Back, Cotter, there hanging out. Oh my God, nice surround sound. That's friggin' great. And I really like watching movies with headphones on sometimes too. I pick up some stuff I never would even get, even with a great surround sound. Yeah, Corey. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, guys, hit that like button if you're hanging out. I don't have popcorn, Adrian. I almost showed it. I have an entire pizza because it's been a wild day shooting and going live. So I made a pizza. It's a little DiGiorno flat crust. And I've got my cooler with a handful of beers in there. So I have everything I need. Most importantly, I've got you guys. You know what I mean? Oh, you're too sweet, Michelle. Thank you so much. Guys, you have no idea. Sharing the channel is probably the best thing you can do. I mean, I can talk about the channel all day. No one's gonna want to buy it from me. It's obvious that I'm gonna promote my channel, but when you guys are out there preaching the good word, that's the best way to do it. Thank you so much, Michelle. Hey, we got Paula Fitzhenry in the house. How are you doing, Paula? Yeah, Tommy is on one right now. He's like, no, it's not. What do you think, dude? The guy that's like, there it is. There's his grave. You brought 2 shovels for a reason. What do you think you're doing with the shovels, bro? You know you're going to be digging this dude up. Yeah, you brought the mask and the shovels just for what? To look at the grave and walk away? Come on. Yeah, Chester, he's one of the main characters. He looks so different and he's playing, Tommy's very confident, even though he makes mistakes and everything. Tommy's a very like driven, confident guy. The character that he plays in Return of the Living Dead, I'm forgetting his name right now, is just he's got a different look. He's kind of like a punky kid, but he's got tucked in shirt with the suspenders and the baseball hat. He's the guy at the very beginning of the film that, is right there when the canister gets open. Yeah, it's a carnivore pizza, so it's got all sorts. Pepperoni, sausage, ham, all that good stuff. That's a good question, Jordan. People have debated that for quite a while. You get the idea that they didn't have to escape the hospital, but they've recently been released. And that's why they're like, oh man, they'd lock us up for good if they knew we were doing this. Great makeup work on Jason's corpse there. A spicy pepperoni. What's happening? Eli Cortez, one of our great channel members and Death Squad mods. Talk about a pillar of the community, guys. The day before Lucio Fulci's birthday, I get a package sent to me by Eli Cortez, and it's a collector's edition of, I wish it were in my arm's grasp right now, collector's edition of the zombie comic book series. Let me grab it for you guys as we listen to Corey Feldman say die. I know I keep on showing this off, but guys, look at how beautiful this is. Nice little box set. It's super amazing artwork. All 4 issues individually wrapped in there. I need to put together a video where I show off all the goodies on the inside. Thank you, Eli. And Tommy's losing it. Hey, he's wearing suspenders in this movie. Maybe Tom Matthews is just a big suspenders guy. Some people it's belt, some people suspenders. It's just different flavors. I do love his jean jacket, though. I love the jean jacket with like the kind of Sherpa, cotton on the inside. Very good look. Classic look. Timeless look, I would say. He's about to have a nervous breakdown. His head really hurts. Yeah, I'm a Black Flag fan. Thank you for sharing that, Eli. If you've got Jordan's channel handy, oh, there it is. Awesome. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Hey, who doesn't like ham and pineapple pizza? You got to be crazy. Maybe not crazy. I love this whole opening, by the way, the whole Frankenstein kind of thing. Jason's eyes about to open here. Just such a great look. The maggots all over. God bless Tom McLaughlin, the director of the film. He wanted to have this part be in black and white as an homage to the Universal Pictures. Paramount kind of balked at that. I think it would have been a nice little touch there to do that. And this is just one of the best intros of the franchise. An intro that doesn't need a recap like so many of the other films in the franchise have a recap. This one, not so much. Bacon instead of ham. There you go. Denim all over. Everyone wearing that Jim Croce Canadian tuxedo. I love it. I like Tommy in this movie more than the other Tommies from part 4 and part 5. Yeah, guys, which Tommy is the best in the franchise? Should we do a poll? Because I think there's room for all. I could see people either 4 or 5 being their favorite. Look at how imposing CJ Graham is here. And just, yes, Jason, like Slasher Fred had said earlier, more of a monster movie here. Very reminiscent. I mean, he's bulkier, but his face is very reminiscent of like the Boris Karloff mummy kind of look. Like there's an awesome look. And then here, the elements don't want to play nice with Tommy. There's something comedic about Jason just sitting there not doing anything. And then, boom, rip out the heart. Kano, fatality. Well, isn't that convenient that he falls right into the damn coffin? Oh, my goodness. Appreciate you for dropping on in, Jeremy. Hopefully we see you back sometime soon. Hey, Brett Patrick, one of our great channel members and an awesome contributor over at Pat That Halloween Movie Collector. Says, hey, everyone, my favorite final girl of the series is in this one, the great Jennifer Cook. And right here, folks, we've got our James Bond opening. Jason is officially not a villain anymore, but an anti-hero that we sort of root for in a way, you know? Amazing. What a title sequence. Oh my God. I mean, what an opening. I just don't think it gets any better. I really don't think it gets any better. This movie, there are a couple of movies in the franchise that I think, I mean, of course you can make an argument for all of them. I think there are a couple films in the franchise that are arguably, you know, you could actually argue are better than this movie. I would never take any of them over this one. And yeah, Jennifer Cook, Brett, so friggin' charming here. Megan is my kind of gal in every single way. Oh, hey, no worries. Hey, I got Voodoo Ranger right here, bud. That's what I'm drinking. Yeah, hell yeah. I have a little variety pack. Yeah. A New Beginning, you know, kind of like The New Blood would be so much better if the MPAA didn't cut out a lot of the gore, you know? I think a lot of times when I watch A New Beginning, yeah, I'm not like super interested in all of the plot, but I would like it a lot more with some more blood. Absolutely, Dean. Yes. I have to catch up on the chat. This scene right here. Yeah, you in show business, kid. You sure know how to make an entrance. The rhythm, the rat-a-tat-tat, the cadence. There's just something so awesome about the dynamics between the two performers here. I mean, it's top notch. And Tom Matthews, I know I've said this before on the channel, guys, just bear with me. There is something so sweet and sincere about his voice and the way he delivers these lines. You really, you want to believe him, and you can tell that he feels bad. You can tell there's remorse, but urgency. And he kind of looks like Scott Reynolds, my favorite singer from the band All. So that's cool too. I tried to destroy him, but I fucked up. Avery says, nobody talks about this, but isn't it funny how the plot for Jason Lives was unintentionally foretold by Tommy's dream in the opening of A New Beginning? Yes. Yes. It is basically he's watching. So, Avery, I have heard some people talk about that. Christian and Joe over at Haddonfield Radio, which is an amazing horror YouTube channel. They put together these long-form 3-hour episodes. The back half of the episode, they watch the movie and do a commentary that's like a well-researched commentary. So it's not just like two guys, you know, winging it. Like they actually research. They do one episode a month. The first half of their episodes, they tell, you know, backstory on the film. But not only that, they usually tie it to some sort of real-world story also. So it's a very, very cool channel. And they had mentioned that when they covered Jason Lives, they talked about how it's almost like Tommy was seeing his future, or that the dream gave him the idea to do that. It's wild. Appreciate you. Flawless victory. Friendship again. And this guy, Darren, became a huge producer, I believe. The guy playing Darren here, Tony Goldwyn. Tony Goldwyn became a big-time producer, guys. Ghost, or he acts in Ghost. The Sixth Day. So actor, director, 23 films directed. Maybe that's what it is that I'm thinking of. I thought he was a producer as well. And of course, the actress here is Tom McLaughlin's wife, Nancy. Yeah, that is a really, I love that trailer, and I notice that every time I watch the New Blood, I'm like, man, they're using stuff from Jason Lives' trailer. That's how good that Jason Lives is. Never rooted for Jason. I get you. I think at some point the movies just get to be sort of like, Jason to me is more like, I never would look at Michael Myers as like an anti-hero or somebody that you would get like, rah about. Jason, for whatever reason, I guess maybe it's because I was, a little kid when I saw these movies. I definitely felt that way. That would have been interesting too if they actually followed the end of a new beginning. Horror movies are notorious for teasing an ending that they never really deliver on. Yeah, if they did that with Michael, yes, yeah. No, and totally agree, Jordan. I would never want to see that with Michael, and Mustafa nor Malik would ever let that happen. I think there's something different about Jason. I don't know. Maybe it's because I grew up with it this way, but I feel like I don't mind seeing it with Jason. They don't really make a joke out of him the way that like Freddy becomes funny. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's some really great kind of meta moment. This movie, in a lot of ways, is like the very first meta horror film, or at least that I can think of. Let me know if I'm wrong. I could be wrong for sure. Tony Goldwyn. I love that. This look here, Jason just sort of like lazily looking down at her, almost, kind of bringing back a little bit of that puppy dog sort of curiosity that we saw, in entries like part 3. Yeah, you're right, Chester. Another guy plays Jason just for that one scene, and they said he was too fat. And I think that's kind of mean. I don't know if I think he's too fat. I think he's got a real juicy booty, though. Jason dad ass version of Jason, Yeah. American Excess. And there we got Tom Fridley, who is John Travolta's nephew, which I'm sure most of you know. And if you didn't, then you could probably see, oh, yeah, that he does kind of look like John Travolta. And John Travolta was in Welcome Back, Kotter, like Tommy's friend at the beginning who played Rorschach. Horshack. I don't know why I wanted to turn him into a Watchmen character. Oh, but he's back. He's the man that does stuff 18. Jennifer Cook is so smoking right now. That hair, a lot of 80s hair, you could look back and be like, oh, I don't really know. That's still a cute haircut that she's got right there. That is a timeless look, Oh, man. And she is just those bedroom eyes. Like, girl, you got me. As Quagmire would say, I'll do everything to you. I'd do anything for you. Yeah, is there a third song too, Slasher Fred? I thought there was a third song, but yeah, those two are great. Teenage Frankenstein. We'll talk about that when that scene comes up. I think it's masterfully used by Tom McLaughlin, who is, a musician, and he really puts together some great dynamics in that scene with the RV. Whoa, Antonis dropping a $2 super chat asking me what my favorite kill was in Final Destination Bloodlines. I'm going to go with the MRI double kill, Antonis. Without getting into it and spoiling it too much for some folks who haven't seen it, the MRI double kill, amazing. One of my favorites in the franchise. I'm still thinking about Jason's dad ass, though. And thank you again, Antonis. Really appreciate the $2 super chat, bud. And guys, if you want to help out the channel, maybe being a member is not really your thing or whatever, there is that QR code up there. The cool thing about the QR code is if you scan it and throw some money at me or whatever, again, totally not obligated. I do this for the fun of it and just to hang out with you guys. The cool thing about that, though, is Google doesn't take a cut of it. The super chats and the memberships and all that, Google and YouTube are going to take a little bit of it, but Venmo, 100% of that goes to me. So if you're ever like, oh, I want to tip this guy and, buy him a beer or a coffee or whatever, then yeah, feel free. It is there. And thank you so much again, Antonis. You rock, bud. And they're playing The Man Behind the Mask right now in the background. I can hear it. I probably wouldn't be able to hear it on a regular sound system, but with the headphones on, I can hear it. I think it freaked me out as a kid when Jason was chopping up the groundskeeper after he was already dead. Not really sure why. Which one are we talking about? Chopping up the groundskeeper after he was already dead. Not in this movie, right? Yeah, and speaking of Megan, you bang. I don't even care. Like overalls and like a white shirt. I don't even care. Like she is so hot. Oh my God. Judy Aronson and Jennifer Cook and Barbara Crampton. Can I just take them out on a, triple date? Be amazing. Darcy DeMoss is very, very cute too. Yes. No shortage of hotties in these movies. We'll try to keep it PG-13 with my thoughts. But you guys know me. Sometimes I get a little crazy. And one of the releases, you can better hear the Cooper theme in the car as she meets Tommy. I believe it even plays when the counselors first arrive. Yeah, it was just playing there, Avery. I'm probably just reading your text a little bit late there. Yeah. Do we see him get chopped up? Am I having Mandela effect and I'm like totally forgetting a scene in one of my favorite slasher movies? Kind of blown away here. Hey, what's happening, Herbert? Great to see you, bud. Better than being all ass. I love that. Oh, it's great. These two guys. This is, some people, when they complain about this movie, they bring up the paintball thing. And I can kind of understand it. The music is a little different, a little odd. But there's some great camera work, some great humor, and more bodies for Jason. And it explains how we have to explain how he gets his weapons. It's a much better version of explaining how someone gets their weapons than the Han Solo movie. That's for sure. Yeah, I just remember him getting the bottle in the neck, right? Something like that. I could see that, Slasher Fred. Yeah, I think that's very astute. Yeah, it's kind of a trope in horror films for the most part, and horror stories. Dracula has Van Helsing, Michael Myers has Dr. Loomis. In a handful of the movies, Freddy has Nancy Thompson. Yeah, and Tommy Jarvis plays that role here for sure. And again, in Never Hike Alone, he's even more so like Dr. Loomis in the Never Hike Alone series. Great moment here. A little bit of personality. Hilarious with the red smiley face. And then Jason sort of having this like, what did I just do? He's like, I know I've always been strong, but man, ever since I came back from the dead, it's been very interesting. Oh, wait, sorry. Let's see here. I'm mad that a woman won the game. She should have stayed in the kitchen where she belongs. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great, I think it's a lighthearted little, kind of feminist joke. There is a really, it's all about the way you play those moments, right? Where it feels like so natural and I don't know, there's a great rhythm to it, and it just is very well placed, you know? This guy, speaking of well placed, this guy's, you know, I guess Rick Moranis wasn't available, so we get this guy who's similarly acting. Yeah, and he also wanted to give a bunch of his friends some work because he used to be part of a, I believe it was a comedy troupe that did like mime work and stuff like that. So I think a lot of these folks were mime actors as well. Yeah, he's just quoting the exact line, Jamie. He's just quoting the exact line. Dumb broad with his like big teeth. That guy, hilarious. A total caricature. Like, I love it. Oh man, is this Jason Voorhees or Batman? That is some crazy. Is that Christian Bale's Batman there? Holy cow! It's too bad we don't get to see that full kill. I do love his like how fucking dare you look that he gives this guy, like, oh no, you didn't. This guy is pretty rotund. Okay, he's got his torso's a little too big. But here we go. We're about to see dad ass. You know, get ready for it. Come on, give us dad ass. I need it. There it is. Oh yeah, baby. I'm fair. I'm fair, guys. Oh, I know what you're talking about now. I guess because it's so dark, like you don't really see anything. So I thought when you were saying like cut him up that we actually see him getting cut up. But I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, the groundskeeper is like in the little clearing of the woods and yeah. See, just a total brain fart because I was trying to like picture something that was more graphic. But it's yeah, we kind of get it from the perspective of the night picnickers, I like to say. I don't know, Antonis. There are some folks in here that have said they're not the biggest fans. Yeah, Todd said he's not that big of a fan. I don't know where it sits on Jordan's list, but I know it's not Jordan's favorite. Yeah, I mean, guys, you guys know this that have been here for a while, and then for all the new folks, like, you know, the cool thing is like our opinions over art are relatively inconsequential. So, something could be my favorite, it could be your least favorite. I'm not going to think about you any differently unless you're, you know, a total chode about how you try to make your point or if you make it personal. You know, it's like to me, it's just, yeah, I mean, you feel how you feel, right? But yeah, I don't think it's boring. I think it moves very swiftly. Here you go. We got your bang. Yeah, bang. Yeah, bang. What's happening, King Speed? Welcome on into the chat. You are kicking it with the Death Squad. Says, what up, man? Main, do you do any art or anything? Yeah, I mean, yeah, outside of creating content here on YouTube, I play music and stuff like that. So it's been a while since I've like produced any new recordings or anything like that, but I used to record my own band and other bands and stuff too. There you go. The kids are great. Look at how charming Megan is. She's so sweet. And yeah, guys, you know, everyone always, I have to bring it up because somebody is, if I don't, the first movie where the campers are actually there at the camp. Yeah, amazing. See, that's another reason why I don't, it's tough for me to think of the movie as boring, Ty, is because the humor for me keeps everything, when it's not exciting from the gore side of it, it's exciting from the humor. Here's the story. I'm going to tell you all about Indians. this guy. I forgot I was going to do a poll. I'm going to do a poll. So the poll is going to be which is your favorite Tommy Jarvis? And it'll be the final chapter. A new beginning. And I'm going to add an option. Jason Lives. And ooh, how about I add, I'm going to do Jason Lives / Never Hike Alone. Because those are the same Tommy. So here we go. We'll throw Vincent DeSanti a little love there. Davey, it looks like the Evil Dead poster is reaching for the hockey mask. Maybe it is. Huh? Jason Goes to Hell. A little bit of that Deadite connection. I don't know, Avery. I don't know. Maybe, bud. Yeah, Jordan can get pretty rowdy. I like Jordan's rowdiness. Jordan would have to push it pretty far for me to think that he needs to be put in timeout, but I certainly trust Jamie to play Mama Bear in the chat. Here we go, singing to Kathleen. This guy plays a really good drunk. Like, this is very, I mean, it seems like very realistic, you know? There we've got, I believe it's Cynthia Cania. She is, I think she's married to the actor that plays Rick Cologne. If I'm correct, I think she is married to him. I could be wrong. She was also in Dylan's New Nightmare, directed by my buddy Cecil Laird over at the Horror Show channel. And then this guy, Roger Rose, I believe is his name. So this guy's a big-time voice actor. I know him from Comic Book the Movie. I love Comic Book the Movie. But he has he does a whole bunch of voice acting. So he's done, let me go through here. Oh, he's in Workaholics. Oh my goodness. Love Workaholics. Happy Feet. There's some stuff that popped up here that Skylanders, Metal Gear Solid, Justice League, Marvel Heroes, Metal Gear Rising, Batman Arkham City, Batman the Brave and the Bold. So he voiced Superman in The Brave and the Bold. In the Superhero Squad show, he voiced Doctor Strange. So yeah, pretty awesome career here from this guy. And he's hilarious in Comic Book the Movie. If you guys have not seen Comic Book the Movie, I highly recommend it. Oh, I always thought he got stabbed in the throat, but he can't scream if he's stabbed in the throat. He's stabbed in he's bleeding out of the throat. Stay here. I'm going to crab walk out of here. So yeah, this is the scene that Avery was talking about that I could not remember. My favorite. Oh, okay. Cause yeah, we don't really actually see him ever get a chop in. Yeah, I gotcha. You can't really see anything. If you think Jordan gets rowdy over here, guys, check out Pat That Halloween Movie Collectors streams, because holy cow, R-rated. Yes. We like to keep it relatively light here, folks. I think that's one of the great things about just the horror community in general on YouTube, and you know, something that we try to keep up over here at the Davey Death Ray channel as well, is just to have it be different than most social interactions can be on the internet. Yeah. For taking a bottle right to the throat, that's you'd probably be like, oh, you know, get a little gurgly. Well, I must have talked right through it. A lot of them. Yeah. You have to have more than one. You have to have multiple, like, what am I trying to say? Multiple storylines that create and carry tension. Slasher Fred. Yeah. I mean, how boring would a horror movie be if the police was just like, yeah, let's go ahead and Make it easy for everyone. Make it easy for my rebellious teenage daughter. And I think like most fathers that have teenage daughters, they're going to be rebellious. So. What's happening, Billy? So great to see you, man. Have you guys ever played this card game? The Camp Blood card game? Let me know. Wow, guys, we're already 33 minutes into this. Here's our Nancy, our version of Nancy here. Glass through the throat with the woman in Halloween Kills was more, well, oh my gosh, you're talking about the light bulb? Yeah. Well, they show it a lot more. You don't really see it too much on in this film, you know. All you really see is him like it's so obscured by the lighting. But yeah, man, I mean, Halloween Kills is what Halloween Kills does well. It does supremely well. That's the thing is, love it or hate it, the good in that movie is great. Well, maybe we should play it sometime here on the channel. I appreciate that, Jordan. Thank you so much, man. She explains it in the movie there. I can't remember the exact rules, but here's what I'll do, guys. After the stream, don't let me forget. Remind me, because I will forget. After the stream, I can look up the rules. I'm sure they're out there on the internet. I can post them on our community tab. And hey, guys, I want to let you know, I opened up the community tab for you guys as well. So what's really cool about that is you don't have to just respond to stuff that I post. If you guys have something that you want to share, maybe there's like a news story that you see that breaks or something fun like that, or you want me to see something, or you made a connection with somebody in the chat and you want to like share something about what you guys were talking about, you guys can do that on the community tab. So feel free, you know, just keep it clean, keep it Jordan level, but on the Davey Death Ray channel, Jordan level. And yeah, as long as we play nice, I'll leave that open. I was surprised she made it through as well. I do love ends. I was shocked that she lived. But yeah, oh, little Michael Myers head tilt there, a curious dog kind of thing. Yeah. Oh my God, Ends is my favorite sequel in the franchise. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about, Avery. That is a really good atmospheric moment. Yeah, this movie has great atmosphere. It's not as like rainy as you know, the final chapter, but I love the atmosphere here. But yeah, that is a great moment there. I think it's funny too that his shirt is like pulled up, like I don't know. Something like I could understand, like if you want to show female nudity, I guess I can understand that, but with male nudity, you know, you'd figure it would just be like fully bare chested, you know, no big deal. I would say Bride of Frankenstein, probably, Antonis. Either the Bride of Frankenstein, because I love James Whale's direction and I love the music in Bride. I do really love, a lot of people don't consider this a Universal monster movie, but it was made by Universal. I believe it's the 1931 version of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde with Frederick March, where he won a Best Acting Oscar. Court is he's such a cool guy. He can't even pick up his feet when he walks around outside. Like, that's how much style this guy has. Yeah, I'm a Michael stan as well. Like, Michael's my boy. That's my favorite for sure. Jason is very fun. I love these movies because they're like roller coaster rides. I don't take them too seriously. With Michael, I hold it a little more near and dear to my heart, and can kind of get all up in my feelings about it. They work it into the story. At least she's not alive for no reason. If she just like showed up at the end during the funeral procession, I'd be like, what? But the fact that they turn it into like, you know, she's one of the only characters that's in all three. I mean, she's certainly out of the side characters. She may be the only one that's in all three. Oh, Herbert. I don't think Sean S. Cunningham produced A Nightmare on Elm Street. I think that was Bob Shea. But Sean S. Cunningham produced Last House on the Left, which was directed by Wes Craven, who created and directed A Nightmare on Elm Street. But I don't think, maybe he was like a co-producer or something, but I know Bob Shea was like the main one there. I love all this stuff with her falling around. Again, if the humor doesn't work for you, like I like the slapsticky kind of like feeling. We're 6 movies into the franchise. I'm happy that it's different, you know. This guy's like stoner West Coast. This is how I think I sound in my head with my silly accent. I don't. Hopefully, I don't sound this bad though. Hey, well, you know, Evan from Rockland Graves during our stream earlier today, he showed he does have a deck of Friday the 13th cards. So you could get Friday the 13th cards, and it's a card game that you just play with regular face cards. Like Jason is the Joker or whatever the heck, and you just randomly put that card in. You do like 8 piles of cards, and you have to guess which each pile of cards are a cabin, and you have to guess which cabin Jason's in. Yeah, it's coming up here, Billy. So this is, I would mention it earlier. So Tom McLaughlin is a musician as well. And I think he does a great job here with the dynamics of the visuals and the music, because when Court, great kill getting pushed through the wall. I love that. Taking a dump. But when Court gets stabbed, because I don't want to talk during the moment, they do that little delay repeat on the Stein, and then there's that moment of silence and the RV flips. I just think it's a beautiful dynamics. And this is why we love Home Depot Jason. He is just oblivious, man. That's a good one. There we go. That moment with the moon in the background. That thing just gets shredded. And then, of course, you guys all know about the swamp cooler AC unit on top of the RV, right? Everyone knows that fun story. And here, one of the most epic, iconic shots of Jason Voorhees standing on the RV. I mean, come on. Come on. What else do you want? You know, they're giving you gold here. You would imagine so. Yeah. I don't think we ever see him do them, but you would imagine so. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We talked about that at the beginning of the film for sure. Yeah. There you go. I knew there was something about you, Michelle. I knew it. What's your favorite Halloween other than the original? Or if the original isn't your favorite, yeah, what's your favorite? That's what's up, Avery, right there. You did get your channel plug, Jordan. It happened. Eli took care of that about 25 minutes ago. But if any of the other mods wants to share Jordan's channel, he just started Horror on Tap, and he's been covering movies he's never seen before. So there's some classics on there, guys. So, you know, American Werewolf in London, Christine, and then what was the one that you just dropped, Jordan? Remind me of that one. But yeah, first time views for our guy Jordan Decker. You guys. Awesome, Avery. Hell yeah. Got to support each other in the community, you know? Halloween Kills is Michelle's favorite sequel. Your favorite in the whole franchise or your favorite sequel? Oh, Scanners. Oh, I love Scanners. So good. Cronenberg, right? Man, the gore in that guy's movies. And I love Patrick McGowan that was in a TV show called The Prisoner from I think the 60s, late 60s or 70s. He's the older doctor. Love that guy. And I mean Michael Ironside, fucking awesome as well. My dad thinks it would be funny if Angela Baker and Jason Voorhees met up. Angela Baker. Where do I know that name from? Uh, from Sleepaway Camp, which I still haven't seen. I know I was supposed to watch it the other night, guys, but my nephew flew into town and I had no idea he was flying into town. And we hung out and talked about horror movies for like 2 hours instead of me watching a movie. So I owe you guys one. Hey, Evan from Rockland Graves, again, I know I just can't stop talking about my homie. Kills is his favorite sequel as well. I just learned that today on Late Night with the Davy Before Dark. That's a fan favorite right there. Entertainment. Oh my God, she is so friggin' cute. Love Megan. Nice, man. That's awesome. And speaking of original, Universal horror movies, we have Karloff's General Store here, which is a nice little nod to our guy Boris. Yeah, man. Bride of Frankenstein, I think, is so much better than the original. The original is great as well. I think James Whale was awesome, man. To be an out gay man back in the 20s and 30s. I mean, people talk about how it can be brave still to this day, but holy cow. Nah, I think doing it back then was a lot more brave and hell of a filmmaker. I mean, regardless of his personal life. Nice, Michelle. Yeah, I think mine is ends. I think I already said that on this stream. I probably say it too much, Michelle. I talk a lot. Jason takes NASA. Well, that's the prequel to Jason X. Wish it were. Wish it were. Yeah, we get a great look at the camp. And there's a little like we know what's really happening, but I like that there's a mystery side for some of the characters. They really do have a reason to not trust Tommy. And Sheriff Garris, say what you want, like he comes around. I mean, it's too late, but it might have been too late anyways. What's happening, Chaotic? How are you doing? Great to see you. Is she looking at a porno? Is that what Men at Play is? Is that supposed to be like a Playgirl kind of thing? Welcome on in, Chaotic. Not sure if this is your very first time, but you're kicking it with the Death Squad. Guys, we have 28 people hanging out with us. You guys are so amazing. I know that watch parties aren't everyone's cup of tea, so it's very special to me. Now we have 30 people. You guys are absolutely incredible. If you're kicking it, whether it's live or after the fact, please make sure to hit that like button. It really helps the stream, helps other people see what we're doing and how much fun we're having. And if you like what we're doing here and you want to see more of what's on the channel, then hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hey, what's up, Aaron? How are you doing, man? So great to see you. Always a pleasure. I have not seen Gods and Monsters, but I know what you're talking about. Ian McKellen and Brendan Fraser, I believe, were in that. I've heard about this one. Tuesday the 17th or something like that is what it's called, I believe. I saw it on someone's list, a What Culture list or something like that. And then I think Vin was talking about it either during the stream that we had last week or maybe it was on Fauci's channel when they were talking about Jason Lives. Oh, I'm going to hard disagree there, but we're not going to get too into it. But I'm going to, yeah. Yeah, I think it would have been way different in the 30s for sure. I guess in the entertainment industry, maybe it's always been a little more accepted in that kind of world. I don't think it's very controversial right now, though. It's a great move, leaving the slippers behind there. Yeah, I got to check that out. Oh, he just pops her head right off. A little bit of a slow motion shot there. They must have not gotten the shot. They must have wanted the shot to be longer and just didn't have enough footage there. Interesting. I think it's the same one Cyndi Lauper mentions in the song Shabbat. I didn't even know Men at Play was a real. I always figured they made like fake magazines for movies like this. My favorite Friday the 13th is definitely 3 and 4. You got to pick one. Your favorite can't be two movies. My favorite, it's so either 3 or 4. First introduction to Jason literally was Freddy versus Jason, though. Born in 2000. Well, welcome on in, man. I'm an 82 baby. My very first Friday the 13th, guys, was the original, but it was on television and on, USA Network. So everything was edited. It was a very easy way to watch all that. Scene where Sissy gets pulled out of the window was all we saw of her death. Yeah. Well, yeah, we see her get yeah, we don't see like a graphic death. Awesome sit up by little Nancy here. That's a tough move to do for an actor of any age. Love the question marks on the speeding. It's like a cartoony moment there. Yeah, no, that's a great shot, Ty. Uh-oh. Mentioned Blue Boy magazine. Okay. Love the crotch shot. Oh my God, Jennifer Cook. Whew, guys, you got to fan me off. This is a great track here. I don't think it is Poison, but very Poison kind of sound here. Somebody in the chat tell me who this is. Well, what's the song called? Rock and Roll Dreamin' or something. What is it? Oh my God, dude. It's just amazing. I got the whole enchilada. This guy's mustache is fantastic. Does this cop look a little bit like Curtis from Twisted Locker to you guys? I think he does. Extreme care, asshole. Yeah. Yeah, the HBO, man, they give you the whole enchilada, that's for sure. Interesting that you ask this question because Never Hike Alone is pretty much a legacy sequel, and especially Never Hike Alone 2, more so. Yeah. There you go, Ty. You're absolutely right. California Screamin' is what it's called. I'm guessing. Yeah. Starting to feel old. I saw Friday the 13th in the theater in 1980. I was 10. Is that your grandpa? Is he the one that owned Drive-In? Is that? Do I remember you mentioning that before, Todd? And you know what, dude? As far as starting to feel old goes, like you got to grow up in a couple of the best decades, man. I mean, to be 10 in 1980, I'm jealous. Like I would take being your age for having that 80s experience at an older age. I'm fortunate. I'm the youngest of 5. So even though I was born in 82, I remember a lot of the 80s because I had siblings that were, in high school in the mid to late 80s. So hanging out, like being around their friends and experiencing the music and going to like high school basketball games and football games, watching my sister do drill team and hearing about all these movies, I feel like I kind of got like a little bit of a head start on all of my nerddom. And maybe sometimes I feel like a bit of an old soul as far as like the pop culture that I enjoy, for sure. Hard Rock. So that's Alice Cooper. It's funny because his voice is so different in that song than it is in Teenage Frankenstein or The Man Behind the Mask. He's definitely doing more of a glam rock, Poison kind of California, sun-kissed music kind of thing. Yeah, love the Never Hike Alone movies for sure. That's way too cool. And guys, I still need to go see a movie at a drive-in. Never been. Never been. I had a lot of fun. I could only imagine being like a teenager or imagine going to college in the 80s, you know? Fuck, man. Youngest of 5. I'm the oldest of 5. All boys. Holy crap. I have 2 sisters and 2 brothers. Yeah, dude, he's solid. I totally understand why Christian from Planet CHH loves Alice Cooper so much. He's a hell of a rock star, and you know, he is a guy that has found his spirituality and found his belief in God, and is like very, I don't know, not trying to make a stink about it, just trying to like lead by example, or just like show that by just being a good person. It's pretty powerful stuff. No, we didn't that. That was a while ago, all the paintball killers, and then they found the bloody glasses. Yeah, about 5 minutes ago. I have no idea how old you are, Jordan. I like, part of me is like, we could be like the same age, or you could be a few years younger than me or a few years older than me. I don't know, man. I have a hard time telling. And I don't concern myself with trying to guess people's age. What good does it do you? You know, if they want to tell you, they'll tell you. Oh, I love Wayne's World. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. Yeah. I'm going to grab another brewski, guys. Hang tight. Tommy want wingy. Let's kick it up a notch, guys. This one is 7.8%. How about it? Am I the only one enjoying adult beverages? Todd, did you grab something? Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. I didn't even know. Maybe I gotta check that out. This movie in the theater. Oh my God. Hopefully next year it's gonna be the 40th anniversary. Hopefully they do something for it somewhere, you know, nearby. I would love to see this movie in the theater. What a raucous time that would be. Nita Strauss. All right, let me look her up. Let's see how hot Nita Strauss is. Great shot there of Jason in the window. Just follow. Oh my God. Some Michael Myers kind of moments here. Avery, you had sort of mentioned it with like the leaves blowing in. I think we're going to see that in just a minute or two. This is kind of a Michael Myers moment too. And maybe that's why this movie is my favorite movie in the franchise, because I'm such a Michael fan. And because Tom McLaughlin, again, is just bringing something different to the table. There are, you know, the quintessential elements are here for an 80s slasher and for a Friday the 13th film. By the way, why do they have those hawks making those noises at night? I'll never understand. But everything around those quintessential basics, the foundation, the template, Tom McLaughlin has a lot of fun with everything else here. Love what he does. Oh shit, Michelle, that sounds amazing. Alice Cooper and Motley Crue, back when hopefully it was back in the day when Vince Neil could still actually sing. I hope so, for your sake. Please tell me that, please. I've never seen Alice Cooper, but he lives in my area, or at least he's based out of my area here in the Phoenix. I'm just in the West Valley of Phoenix. So I would love to catch him sometime for sure. There you go. There you go, Todd. No, we didn't miss Paula. Are you watching along, Billy? Are you watching your own cut? No, Paula is still alive. She's just about to try the phone. I think I think the phone's been cut and she's just figuring that out right now. Cause your lips are venomous poison. National Record Mart. I've never even heard of that place. That must be a regional thing. Yeah. Tommy want weenie. Genting? That kind of genting? Oh, so I was right. You're somewhere in there floating a few years. Yeah, okay. Because I just turned 43 in May. A month ago, I just turned 43. Boom. That's what I had. Voodoo Ranger was the one that I had last time, and this is Liquid Paradise IPA from New Belgium as well. Got a little mix pack. That blood splatter on the window. Okay, Magnifique throws her through the window halfway, pulls her back. Jason is fucking on one here. R.I.P. to the little grub that just got killed there by Deputy Rick Cologne. But yeah, Paula's kill, not seeing everything, I'm totally fine with it. In friggin' Terrifier, they would have shown you every excruciating detail. But I love that in this movie, we see what we see. And then later on, when they show the room, good God, like the room is like who's that painter that just throws splashes of paint all over the place? Jackson Pollock painting. Dude, because you live near Philly and shit's just wild out there on the East Coast. Yeah, that makes sense, Eli. If whiskey or IPAs, they're probably just about as strong. But if you stick with one thing, yeah, you're probably good to go. Pipe down, Jarvis. It stinks. I love their little like play here. Oh my God, she is so sexy, you guys. I might need a minute. I'm joking, but now my computer's freaking out. I don't even know if you guys can see me now. Oh, there we go. Everything froze when I did that. All I did was switch off the camera for 2 seconds. Of course, when I'm trying to make a joke, the computer freezes and makes it seem like I really am a perv. It sure does. I must have totally missed it. I just must have totally missed it unless it was about seeing the movie in the theater. Damn, my grandma went to high school with Alice Cooper in Michigan. She showed me in her yearbook. That's incredible. Yeah. But it's gotten so bad though, Aaron. Like the videos of him within the last 10 years, rough. Megan, Scotch is good too. Come on, Hot Lips or whatever she calls him here. Why can't you finish what you started? All right, I'm gonna have a little slice of pizza here. Come on, Hot Lips, let's go. I worked at a pizza place called Hot Lips, so love it. Thank you, Ty. Thank you. Look, I'm not saying it has to be your favorite. I mean, you can join me and everyone else on the right side of history and say it's your favorite, sure. But the folks that are like, I just don't get it. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, Ty. Like it does. Everything that I want is in this movie. That's why I think the final chapter and Jason Lives are the best. They all have the basic tenets of what you want from a Friday the 13th movie. It's just about all the other little different stuff. You know, do you want more humor? Do you want more this, that? You know, here's that great shot that Avery was talking about. You know, Jason walking into the cabin with the leaves blowing in. It is a very atmospheric, sweet shot. The way that Jason is not always, you know, we already know the hockey mask look. So it's kind of cool. We just saw like his feet and his legs, then we get to midsection, and now we're getting the upper section like from a downward camera angle, which makes him look very imposing. You know, sort of getting him in pieces. It's showing that Tom McLaughlin knows what he's doing behind the camera. And a really sweet moment here where he, I don't know, Jason has some sort of level of morals, you know? There's something about Jason where he's like, I can't kill these kids. I'm like these kids, or whatever it is. He's very curious. This is what it's like whenever a cat like slowly puts their face in your face. You're like, oh my God, don't scratch me. Don't bite me. Just love me. Yeah, I just picked one up the other night. It was like $17 for a 12 pack, which is to me is like absurd. The amazing price that is. This was like $20 for 12. Still pretty good. No, I think they can still call it Friday the 13th. I think. I don't know. It's a good question, Antonis. I don't know. I'm no lawyer. You'll have to talk to Shelley about that one. Yeah. And then J and B is also in the thing. Yeah. Here we go. This is, you know, Art the Clown was here kind of room, you know. Love it. I don't think there were legal issues then with that name. I don't know that that name is off the table. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, clearly there's a reason why it's the Jason universe and why the show is called Crystal Lake. And then it's not even like Crystal Lake, a Friday the 13th prequel or whatever kind of subtitle they want to give it. I'd imagine if they have everything worked out with the rights with Jason, they've got things worked out with the title as well. They're just choosing not to use it until they make a film, which I think could be a smart move to make. Damn, straight up freaking killing it with the knife there. And then the shot of the dartboard right after. See, there's like humorous moments that aren't used as jokes. They're just like they're clever, you know? This is the thinking man's Friday the 13th movie. I'm just going to get all the way up my ass. Don't mind me, guys. There's a character named Hot Lips in MASH. Yeah. I've never watched MASH, but I'm certainly aware of it. Yeah. Yeah. It's too bad. His character has a good redemption arc, and I guess he just had to go. Yeah. Hot toes. Ooh, there we go. Adjusting the lighting here. I don't know, Jamie. Um, that's why it's surprised. Like it never surprises me when people like the final chapter more, or they like part two more, or even the people that like the new blood more because Jason looks so cool and there's the whole like telekinesis thing, you know. But when people say they're not a fan of this one, I'm like, whoa, not a fan. Like, dude, it doesn't have to be your favorite. How can you hate this? That's true. She did just pass away. Just every day that goes by, we keep on losing them, you know? Yeah. We must have been talking about the same. You must have put that in the chat right when I was talking about it, Ty. Great minds, man. Great minds. Love seeing you guys throw out the love there. For sure. Yeah, I think, McLaughlin, you don't see his name very much brought up. I don't know how big of a filmography he has. This movie is very, very well made. Oh, shit. Never even heard of Race with the Devil. There you go, guys. The way you can celebrate Loretta Swit. Is it Swit or Swift? Swit? Okay. Sorry. My eyesight is not very good in my old age. Hot Lips Houlihan. 25-ounce Bud Ice for $150. Damn, Brad. Brad, are you in the Philadelphia area? Are you in Pennsylvania? What's coming out of his nose? Is that boogers? I love Jason here with the Sheriff Garris. Whenever he gets back up, he's like, huzzah, I'm back up. Like, it's a very, I don't know. There's something kind of funny about it all. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It is, yeah. Bates Motel at a lake. Damn it, I no longer have 69 subscribers on my channel, says Jordan. Up to 70 now. Someone needs to unsubscribe. Just kidding. Thanks to the new suburbs. Thanks to the new suburbs. And thanks to Davey, Jamie, and Eli for sharing the link. You got it, Jordan. Of course, man. Yeah, guys. Horror on tap. If you've not yet subbed, show our guys some love. It's when you make that transition from being an audience member to a content creator, you're taking a leap of faith. You're betting on yourself. And there's a reason why the people that do it. They feel like they've got something to say. And I think Jordan has a great voice and an awesome personality. He has a really cool setup behind him. So he's got great visuals as well on his channel. And I think he's got a really healthy approach to launch the channel, talking about and reviewing movies he's never seen before. It'll be cool to see the channel grow and see where it, where it splinters off from there and what he gets into. Yeah, true. It does. You're right. I mean, I think people that say that they're right. It doesn't feel like a summer movie. I don't really think that Final Chapter feels like the summer either. I mean, the first three do. The New Blood certainly doesn't feel like the summer. Yeah. I mean, at that point, people are just like, they just want to be cool by saying they don't like it, and they're just trying to find stuff to bitch about, right? Thank you, Eli. Really appreciate you, man. Yeah, guys, don't forget to slash that like button and sub to this amazing channel and consider becoming a member of the Mighty Death Squad. Kennett Square, the mushroom capital of the world, about an hour from Philly. All right. I love Philadelphia. I've had so much fun in Philly, man. I may be a Washington Redskins fan, but I love Philadelphia. I've been out there for some shows. I've worked out there. Man, love that town. So much to love. Yeah, I thought it was all right for a TV show. TV shows. Yeah. Squirting blood after Jason kills it. I just always figured it was everything emptied out from his sinuses. She's a big mushroom fan. Jamie, you ever eat mushrooms and then watch Twin Peaks? Well, what am I supposed to do? I am just a shill after all, Jordan. Yes, guys, I've been accused of being a shill Because I like the Never Hike Alone movies. I'm so sorry. Speaking of shills, check out Jason shilling for me in my Venmo code. Jason's like, Venmo. Venmo. Love you too, brother. I'm happy that you took the dive, man. It's a lot of work, but if you haven't already found this, by this point, you're going to find that it can become addicting. There you go. Jordan, this isn't even Jordan's favorite in the franchise, and he's given a little love for Home Depot Jason. I love that Jason has a damn utility belt in this one, like he's freaking Batman or something. Yes, when he comes down from the tree to slice up the paintballers, it's like Batman. And I think that dude, that kill right there, bending Garrus backwards. Fuck, that's brutal. I think they put the gloves on Jason because they didn't want to show the split hand from the final chapter. So I think they just didn't want to worry about that. And I think they're Tommy's gloves from the beginning, right? Isn't Tommy puts on gloves to grab that spear? I think he gets them from Tommy. Thank you, Eli. Yeah, and Jamie's channel as well. Whatever you can get your hand on, Ty, I suppose. Yep. It's true, Aaron. It would just be really wild if you did, Chop them up, sprinkle them on a donut. Love that show. At least the first 12 seasons. Oh, it doesn't bother me, really. I just like to make fun of it. It's the same guy, and I think he just does it to troll Lee's channel. But yeah, every video that mentions Vincent DeSanti that Lee puts out, he says that we're shills because we're in business with him or something. So I'm guessing it's another fan filmmaker with a fake account. That's true, Aaron. That is true. Yeah, I think a lot of the kills there were cuts made here. People always talk about the New Blood as like, oh, this one would be better if it wasn't cut so much, but A New Beginning was cut a lot. This was cut a little bit. And here we are, guys. Jason is rushing into the water. There's an anger. He wants to take care of Tommy. He does see Tommy as his aggressor. Oh, wow. Yeah, that must be pretty wild. Oh, come on, chicken shit. Come on, you pussy. Unbelievable, Tyler. The cool thing about that is that that Vin has a couple like investors that they just wait until the last day. They're like, hey, dude, don't worry. We got you. Let's raise as much money as you can from everyone else buying smaller perks, and we'll make sure that you're fully funded by the end. Because, guys, it was that Ghost in the Fog was like 55% on like the last day and a half. And holy shit. Yeah. I mean, I bought a vinyl. I put $50 into the thing. And at that point, it was like 40% or whatever. So it's really cool that Vin has support from, there's some big guns out there, throwing the support. And then there's a whole bunch of folks like us, not to be assumptive about anyone's economic status, but just a whole bunch of people that really, love and believe in the work and just give what they can. It's really cool. Hey, we got Uncle Filthy in the chat. Welcome on in, Uncle Filthy. Great to see you, man. We are just wrapping this one up. The timestamp is up there in the corner. Yeah, Tommy just lit Crystal Lake on fire, and we know that Jason is somewhere under that boat. Guys, Uncle Filthy has one of the best mustaches in the biz. Check out his channel. Throw him some love. If one of the mods can share the channel here in the chat, that would be great. Sometimes they certainly can be. I like it too. It's a very exaggerated way of saying it. I don't use that word in that sense anymore in my life. I like calling people wieners, but there was a time in my life where I called people who I perceived as weak, I would call them pussies. I like wiener more now in my older years. You can pretend, absolutely. I love that. Scream 4, man, favorite sequel in the franchise. No joke. Wes found a way to reinvent his own franchise that reinvented splatter or slasher subgenre. It's amazing. There you go. Love that he just breaks the boat here. It's like, is Jason Jaws? He's like part, part man, part beast. Yeah, it's pretty brutal getting called maggot head. I mean, but he's not wrong. I mean, in the opening scene of the movie, maggots are falling all off of his head. So you can't get mad. There you go. Thank you so much, Jamie. Really appreciate that. Dude, here's the thing. Not everyone can pull off a stash really well. Yours looks great. I go with the beard because I just think that that's suits my face better. And we all it's your face is a canvas, Uncle Filthy. And you, my friend, have put a beautiful Bob Ross on there. So you keep that going. Yeah. They'd be very upset. I love her just dive into. She's like, I'm gonna save this bitch. Like, I gotta save Tommy. This guy is just incapable, or as I like to say, incapable. You got it, man. Sure do. It does sound kind of nice, right? Oh, I'm gonna watch that. I don't know if I'll be able to watch it tonight. I'm gonna watch it before my stream Friday on Backtrack Cinema. So yeah, so this ending, guys, Megan using the motor here to break Jason's neck, as it were. Maybe there's some interesting physics being, put at play here. You guys are amazing. 25 people watching. I know that watch parties are not everyone's cup of tea. Hopefully, I've been able to make this one entertaining and fun for you guys, as well as the amazing folks in the chat. Oh, just slicing the great little twitches there from CJ Graham. Love to see it. And the chunky goopiness. Oof. And then that neck is about to snap. Ooh. There we go. Oh. Now you got yourself a stew going. You guys have been awesome in the chat, kicking it here and just keeping this one fun and lively. I've had a damn good time. Make sure you hit that like button if you're enjoying what you're seeing here. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe as well. You can become a channel member for just 99 cents a month if you want to. That's a heck of a deal. Or if you don't want to do any of that stuff, but you want to buy me a cup of coffee or a slice of pizza or something like that, there's a sweet little Venmo QR code that Jason is a total shill for. And you could throw me $1 or $2 that way. And I guess if you're watching this after the fact, let me know what you think of Jason Lives. Let me know what movie you want to see a watch party of next. Sometimes I try to do like the free movies on YouTube because then you guys can watch along with me and everything like that, which is a lot of fun. But let's check our poll here. Anything cut from the ending? I don't know. I mean, it seems pretty. They pretty much go for it. The chunks that surface always gave me a case of the EBG. Yeah, I dig what they do there. I love this ending. I mean, The final chapter ending is great too. The look of Jason is awesome. I just think that this is way more action heavy. It just feels like the stakes are raised. You know, Tommy is literally like passed out in the lake. So I think this ending is totally where it's at. Jordan, you're just gonna have to. What does he say on what does he say on what's the friggin' channel where he's like, you're just gonna have to get all the way off my back about that. Okay, let me get off that thing. All right, guys, that was Jason Lives, directed by Tom McLaughlin from 1986, the sixth entry in the Friday the 13th franchise. Wow, Jennifer Cook, Tom Matthews, CJ Graham as 95% of Jason Voorhees. What a damn movie. And here we are with our track to sing us out, The Man Behind the Mask by Alice Cooper, the great Alice Cooper. That was a lot of fun. That movie's always a breeze for me. It just flies right by. I have so much fun with that movie. I hope that even if this isn't your favorite film in the franchise, or maybe you're relatively lukewarm on this one, I hope that maybe you took something away, or, you know, maybe something somebody said in the chat or something I was able to say, you know, just shined a little bit of a light on something that just gives you some added appreciation for this amazing slasher film. I think this is, at least it's got to be top 3. Come on. If it's not in your top 3, I think you're just being unreasonable. I'll just say it right there. Let's see here. What are you guys talking about? Blue Velvet. You want to watch Blue Velvet? All right. That's a David Lynch movie I've actually seen. Yeah. That would be a hardcore. That would be an interesting one. Heineken, fuck that shit. There we go. I want to see a Chucky watch party of a Chucky movie, please. I really love the first 2. I think the third one's pretty good too. Those are my favorite 3 out of the franchise. So I could see that happening at some point. Or Wild at Heart, since me and Backtrack Cinema are doing a show about that one in August. Ooh, maybe we could sort of rope in a little watch party. You know, maybe do a watch party over here, then you talk about it over there. Maybe get both of you guys or one of you, or vice versa. Something. Let's see here. My Chunks of Jason. Is that what it is? Is it the My Chunky Jordy or My Stony Baby? If you're a 311 fan out there, you know what I'm talking about. Todd says that this was fun. Now I'm going to finally watch the 09. Nice. Are you going to watch that tonight? Dude, Friday the 13th, 2009. A lot of fun to be had. How about Reanimator for a watch party? That could be a hoot. I love Reanimator. It is dark and messed up, but very funny. Yeah. I've seen the first 2 Conjuring movies, Michelle. I don't think I've seen any of the ones past that. And I don't think I've seen like the Annabelle movies. I did enjoy the first 2 Conjurings. I really enjoyed the first 2 Insidious films. I've seen the first Sinister. I really like that. I know those all kind of have like similar vibes, you know? Yeah, I do like myself a good like slow burn kind of haunted house movie for sure. Let's see here. Also, the lyrics to Man Behind the Mask make no sense. Well, yeah, they're not very good lyrics, but the chorus is awesome. Thanks so much, Uncle Filthy. Really appreciate you. Thank you for stopping on by. And yeah, guys, go ahead and check out Uncle Filthy's channel if you haven't already. And we'll have to bring you on the show sometime, man. We'll have to chat offline and figure out where our nerdiness really crosses over in a very hyper-focused way, and we could have some nerdy chat here. Let's see here. It was the last movie we showed at our drive-in before we closed. Are you talking about Wild at Heart? Is that what it is? I feel like I'm missing some of the chats here for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. Wayne's World Watch Party, then Wayne's World 2. Okay. We got Jared Arnold in the chat. One of our great channel members says, "What's up, Davey? Long time. Sleep study tonight for my CPAP. Had to check in. Part 6 and Part 2 are my favorite in the franchise, depending on the day." Well, Hope your sleep study goes well, Jared. Thank you so much for stopping on in. It has been a while, but I really do appreciate your, YouTube channel membership, of course. I love part 6. I love part 2. For me, it's part 6, final chapter, and part 2 are my 1, 2, 3. I have so much fun with part 2. And I kind of hear you, depending on the day, maybe some of those like move around a little bit for sure. Jason and I are doing a watch party for Wild at Heart. I should have mentioned that. Oh, okay. I thought you were doing a discussion on it. Okay. So I'm talking out of my ass. Look at that. Onyx, the Fortuitous, and the Talisman of Souls for some fun Jeffrey Combs. I mean, Jeffrey Combs is so much fun all the time, right? But yeah, Onyx is wild, dude. That guy is something else. Something else. Ooh, Reanimator. Wow. That's a hardcore last movie to show. Yeah. A movie that I thought was just so friggin' hilarious, and then the first time I watched it with a lady, I was like, oh, this movie is like kind of messed up in a way that it didn't really occur to me until I was watching it with a woman. Aaron says, Davey, I wouldn't mind another mixtape listening party sometime in the future. That was so much fun. I had a blast too, Aaron. What was cool about it is it was a smaller group of us, just because not everyone's as interested in music as some of us are. So I think for the most part, it was around like 15 people, but man, it was really cool to share music with you guys. I got the chance to show off a couple tracks, and then you guys I kind of let you take over. That's the great thing about going live with all of you, is you guys push these streams and you push these lives in a way that like I just get to sit back and kind of play MC, and it's really fun. Like the Friday the 13th favorite moments in the franchise was something that was like, I didn't even have to really say any of my favorites. Like, you guys brought everything to the table. So it's a little bit, I think that's one of the fun things that we do here that's a little bit different, and it's good to have some different stuff here on YouTube. I love, like Dave McCrae is one of my favorite content creators. And I love when you go over to Dave's channel and he's got the whole like soliloquy like ready to go. And he's just so stream of consciousness and so incredibly like gifted and intelligent. And he gets a lot of that from his father, because his dad was sort of, known for stoking the flames and being a writer and a creative as well. But then sometimes when I'm watching Dave, I'm like, oh man, there's so much fun going on in the chat. And it's not really being represented here, but I get it, because his channel's so big, he can't just sit there and like make us feel good in the chat. But what's fun is over here, what we can do is I can kind of be like the other side of that coin, where it's like, yeah, I'm boisterous, I'm verbose, I blah, 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 all friggin' day long. But I do love kind of giving you guys the reins. And that mixtape, Late Night with the Davey, is a great example of that. So yeah, we'll have to do that another time for sure. I'm very curious. Like, I would really like to try a mixtape with the members, folks, because it might even be a smaller group. But if we sit there for like an hour or so, then all the members, like, we could really get nerdy about the music we love. So yeah, thank you for that, man. We'll have to try that again sometime soon. That'll be fun. Maybe like a summertime mixtape kind of jam. Like, bring your favorite summertime tracks. So we're not talking like just sad songs or whatever. What are songs that like conjure up summer feelings, like from your childhood or from your teenage years? Like bring some to the table. And maybe we can even, if we get enough people in on one of those streams, Aaron, we could do a vote where like some people are sharing songs and we're like, all right, here's the next 4 options. Like, we're going to pick a song from these options in a poll. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. I hope as the channel continues to grow, I'm able to still provide that balance. I'm not trying to get ahead of myself and think that things are going to pop off in any sort of like crazy way. But if the channel, for whatever reason, ends up becoming something, I always want to be able to, if anything, it would just make me go live more, so I could still pay attention to you guys and interact with y'all, because that's what fuels my fire for sure. But let me jump on over to the poll, because I know we have that going on, and I don't want to forget about that. So let's see here. We sneak this guy in there, go back to the poll. So 41 votes. Which is your favorite Tommy? 53% of you, 45 votes, 53% say Jason Lives / Never Hike Alone, 38% say The Final Chapter, just 9% saying A New Beginning. That checks out for sure. Totally understand that. So I'm going to close that poll. There we go. Race with the Devil watch party is what Billy Judd wants. All right. So he wants a little bit of that Loretta Swit there. Jamie says, I'm a basic biatch when it comes to music. I've been to a Debbie Gibson concert. I'm basic in some ways too. I think I've got some of that for sure. You know, I mean, Green Day is the reason why I ended up ultimately getting into punk rock, like punk rock that was way weirder than Green Day. But Green Day sort of like, you know, pulled back the veil, like opened the curtain. And then from there, it was like, oh, Pennywise, Rancid, Operation Ivy, NoFX, Bad Religion, Face to Face, like everything just, you know, sort of opened up from there. So sometimes there's a time and place for all this stuff, you know, and there's nothing to be ashamed about when it comes to your taste and your love for art. I mean, it's just art. So, no, I've heard this story before, Jamie. Every time I hear Dave Matthews, I think about that for sure. Oh, there you go. Fuck authority. And I'm, you know, that's pretty, I would say I kind of fell off with Pennywise after maybe it was like Full Circle was the last one I really cared about. Straight Ahead's got some good tracks. I'm like an Unknown Road, About Time kind of guy. Really like the self-titled record as well. Yeah, Pennywise was fun. It's talk about guilty pleasure. I'd say Pennywise is a guilty pleasure for me. Favorite two bands are ELO and Blue Oyster Cult. Okay, so you like a little bit more of that theatrical, spacey kind of 70s, you know, almost arena rock. I would say ELO is very whimsical, you know, very kind of like musical theater, you know, ELO and stuff like, who am I trying to think of? The Moody Blues, you know, very like kind of in that vein there. What's happening, Joel? How are you doing, man? Great to see you. Thank you so much for jumping on in. We've wrapped up with the movie. If you want to watch Jason Lives with us, you can always scrub it on back and check out the film with us. I had a little timer going up there, so you don't have to worry about trying to match up. You can just match up with the time code on the film, of course. And yeah, guys, I guess that's going to wrap it up. I mean, this is my second stream of the day. If you missed Late Night with the Davey Before Dark, you're going to want to check out that episode with Evan from Rockland Graves. We talked about, you know, Hollywood co-opting young talent. We got into a lot of Robert Eggers talk and, you know, some other newer filmmakers, and talked about, you know, a little bit about what Evan's got going on in his life as well. So really appreciate you guys kicking it here with me tonight. It was amazing to see so many new people join the stream. New folks, I hope you gave us a sub. I hope you come back again. I've got what is it? Days of Sodom, a Crow fan film trailer reaction video dropping either tonight or very early tomorrow. Tomorrow at noon Arizona time, I'm going to watch 28 Years Later. I'm going to record my video or my review when I come back and edit that and try to get that out by tomorrow night. And then on Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be on Backtrack Cinema with Jason. We're going to be talking about Jaws and Jaws 2, doing a review and discussion on those two very fine films. So yeah, thank you all. Really appreciate you. For those of you that joined us live, that is awesome. For you folks that are watching after the fact, holy cow, incredible. Thank you so much. It really helps the channel. It really helps the stream. Make sure you click that like, subscribe if you haven't already, drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts on Jason Lives, even if you think it's trash. And of course, you can always sign up to be a member for just 99 cents a month. Shout out to all the Patreon members, all of our YouTube channel members, our amazing group of Death Squad mods. You guys are so awesome and so supportive and really friggin' killer. Thank you so much. Michelle, we love you and we can't wait to see you jump on back in. Yeah, we're going to have to... Michelle, since you're a Halloween fan, just you wait. When September, October comes along, we ramp up the fun around here. So you're gonna, especially as a Halloween fan, you're gonna have a total blast. Really appreciate you sharing the channel with your mom, Avery. It's so cool to have a couple generations hanging out. Have a great night, Todd. Appreciate you. You guys are awesome. I will see you on Friday, and you guys know how it goes here. Until next time, I've been and will continue being Davey Deathray. Take care.